I'm Martin Giles from Guildford Dragon News, and this morning I'm with two councillors from Guildford Borough Council, Councillor Bob McShee and Councillor Tony Rooth, who have both recently become independent councillors. Gentlemen, why have you felt it necessary to leave the Conservative group and become independents? Obviously you were both deselected. Is that the only reason?
I found that as a borough councillor for the Conservative Party in Worplesdon, I was not getting the points raised and support from the leadership. So I thought the time was right, having been deselected, to go independent, and rather than wait until next May, to go independent now, so that I have more of a chance, an opportunity to raise questions for the leadership.
Thank you. And Councillor Rooth?
Yes, I didn't leave the Conservative group because I was deselected, because in fact I've not been deselected yet. I share Bob's concept of independence, because I think we need more independence in the council. We need more involvement of councillors and residents in the council's decisions, and because being an independent takes you outside party politics, which I think is very important in local government, because no party has a monopoly of good ideas, and no councillor has a monopoly of good ideas either.
And just to clarify, you were deselected but then successfully appealed.
Correct.
And presumably now you've withdrawn from the Conservative selection process.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. And but you're both really still Conservatives, aren't you?
Well, Conservative at heart and nationally Conservative, but locally I have misgivings about the way in which the local party is behaving, but nationally, no, I would still support the Conservatives.
Yes, I'm still basically a Conservative. At national level, again, no party has a monopoly of good ideas, or indeed bad ones. I share Bob's concept of conservatism being the bedrock of what I believe in, but the local party and the local group do not work within typical conservative principles of good value and sensible decisions.
So have you both resigned from the National Party or just the local association and Conservative group at Millmead?
Just from the Guildford Conservative Association in Guildford.
Yes, the same.
Okay. How will your move and formation as an independent group announced this week help Guildford's local government? What effect will it have?
Well, we're hoping that as the two of us have now gone independent, others may see what we've done and perhaps follow our example, and then we would have more representation on Guildford Borough Council.
Well, independence of thought and policies and projects is very important in Guildford, and it needs to be properly reviewed, questioned, challenged, because there's quite a few projects which don't make a lot of sense in terms of value for money and need for those projects to be started or taken any further.
And looking forward to next year's Borough Council election, will you consider electoral pacts with other parties?
No.
No.
Are you expecting a swing to independent candidates if more stand?
I think that would be the trend, because we both are opposed to developments in the green belt, so we do know that there are others of like mind who oppose developments in the green belt, and particularly on the university.
Yes, there is the balance of the green belt against urban development, brownfield against greenfield. We want to keep as much greenfield, green belt as we possibly can.
Do you think that independent councillors could form the majority party here at Millmead next year?
Well, hope springs eternal, and independents do form the majority at Epsom and Ewell Council and have done for many years. And at Tandridge in the last elections, the independents won 8 seats, and the Conservatives almost lost control. Their majority at Tandridge is now 1.
You've both been critical of Guildford's partnership with Dongying in China. Would you end it?
I would like to know more about it, because there was a visit earlier this year and we haven't yet seen a report of what the visit was about and what the outcome is going to be. So more information would be necessary before making a decision.
I couldn't really see the purpose of Guildford teaming up with Dongying, which is a city of over 2 million people, apparently on the second biggest oil field in China and the world's largest manufacturer of tyres.
And you've already mentioned the Greenbelt. What would be your policy on the local plan, which is a long way through the process now, and Greenbelt development?
Well, we've seen that regrettably there are developments on the Greenbelt. Judging what's going to happen, I would like to see development on brownfield sites and in the urban area, particularly in the town centre.
But you're not really going to be able to cancel the local plan, are you?
I don't think so, but in a sense it's how you develop it and at what pace. I agree with Bob that we ought to focus on brownfield and in the urban area because there is plenty of opportunity, particularly in the town centre, with retail coming under great challenge, that there may be some more land available for housing development because retail has its challenges and may not be the basis on which we can regenerate the town centre.
And finally, what about the Walnut Bridge project? You've both been critical. Would you cancel that?
I would, because I would like to see how that coordinates with the proposed bus station and the Solent scheme for the station. You can't do a little piecemeal developments. You've got to look at the whole plan.
The Walnut Tree Bridge is a bridge too soon before Bedford Wharf is developed or even thought about. It's a bridge too costly at £3.3 million, and it's a bridge too far. It's ambition over reality.
Well, McShee, Tony, Rooth, thank you very much.
Thank you, Martin.